After I left the headquarters building in all haste, I struggled to light a cigarette and inhaled feverishly. Never before in my life did I have to repeat "Affirmative, Herr Oberlieutenant," and "All my fault, Herr Oberlieutenant," so many times. I had to report not only to my Staffelkapitän, but also to the Leesman, the commander of the group himself, who just so happened to be around at the wrong time. But everything seemed to work out alright. My hasty, ill-considered decision would not have any far-reaching consequences, and Schultz, after his craft is patched up, will ferry the fighter together with all the others left to be repaired in Dugino. As for me, I was to command a pair. It was unsafe in Kalinin that night due to artillery bombardment and the continuing fighting on the city's outskirts. So the guys and I decided to accommodate ourselves in the village of Danilevskoye, in a log house that was ramshackle but fairly clean inside. Our hosts, a woman of a very uncertain age and an old man who moved around on crutches, were very quiet, trying not to appear in our presence more often than necessary. We caused each other no inconveniences, except for one time when I accidentally noticed a photo of two quite young, uniformed boys in the arms of our hostess. Apparently they were her sons. Greatly frightened, she quickly explained with gestures that they had died. We didn't return to that house again, and I didn't report anything. It could have turned out pretty badly. We had more than enough time to settle down since the weather conditions kept us from engaging in combat activities until a full day had passed. That morning, as soon as the rain had stopped and the sky had cleared up a little bit, my pair was given a task to meet and cover a transport plane with the remaining mechanics in the group's property, which only managed to take off from Dugino the same day. Russian soldiers were moving all about near Kalinin, so we could not afford to take any risks. Alright, here we go. You can see a couple of Junkers 53s, I think, over top of me right there. Those guys are doing a bunch of supply missions, and today our job is to protect one of those incoming Junkers 53s. They seem to have a couple planes that are going to be coming in from our south, and it's our mission to scramble a flight of 4 fighters to go protect the incoming planes. The Soviets have been conducting operations all over this Kalinin salient all freaking day. Alright, we're in the air now. Let's begin our turn off to the right, and then we'll get into the briefing. You can see off to my left, that is the Soviet town of Kalinin. Just across the river is Soviet lines, and German lines are on our side of the river. It's currently in battles. If you look on the map up here, you can see that there are planes attacking, they're in a fight over Kalinin, and the lines go right across the Volga River here. So our troops are surrounded and getting shelled on a daily basis. It's one of the reasons we need all of these supplies. So we're going to climb up to 750 meters. We're going to make sure to be flying at 450 kilometers per hour. So let's pop up to combat power. And where's my altitude? We need to go up to 750 meters. Oop. We're already there, never mind. Okay, just off to my right there is the Soviet town of Svetkovo. You can see it burning. That's the land marker, and that means that we need to turn off 160 degrees, 215 degrees for 15 kilometers. And we're going to be looking for any planes that we can see. This must be a pretty busy mission because I'm getting terrible FPS while trying to record this. I might have to bump my graphics settings down for the rest of this campaign, which sucks because this game looks so beautiful right now. I'm also using this Cubon winter map mod, if you can see on the ground. That is not the standard game textures. I added the snow to it. Makes it a little bit more realistic for this time of year. A little bit hard to see, but down there on that road is a bunch of German trucks. Those are the supply trucks that are coming into Kalinin to resupply our planes with fuel. We desperately need that to keep the fight going. I have not spotted this Junkers yet, which is concerning, because that is Pushkino right there to my left. And the plane is supposed to be here if it's on schedule. It's going to be flying pretty low at about 500 meters below the cloud layer, so as not to attract any fighters up high. It's going to be flying so low, so it's hard to spot. There it is, that's a Junkers 52. Okay, let's speed up and go catch up to this guy. That's the person we need to protect. It needs to land at Migalovo airfield, and then our job is to land at Migalovo behind it. Ooh, where'd he go? I think he's right there off to my left. Yep. Okay, we'll run fighter cover for this. I do want to stay pretty fast, especially if I'm going to be low to the ground. So the F4 has about 15 minutes of combat power. I think I can start dipping into that right now. Let's do that. And then we'll stay at about 450 to 500 kilometers an hour low so I can deal with any fighters should they show up to attack this guy. Yeah, that guy's flying pretty slow down there. FPS is really struggling right now, which I think kind of gives away the fact that there's going to be a bunch of fighters that are going to spawn and attack him. You can kind of tell in IL-2 Great Battles when the FPS starts to tank. Kalinin is right off there. You can see it burning. Migalovo is somewhere just off to that left. There it is, I can see it now. I'm only getting about 30 FPS right now, but should be able to put this bird down pretty easily. I've done a lot of BF-109 landings. Hey, I can see another truck convoy heading south out of Kalinin. They're like 2 pixels on the screen. It's pretty hard to see. But now that I'm doing track IR, I can actually spot shit on the ground much, much easier than in VR. There's no more shimmering and blurriness. Alright, so that's the town of Nekraskovo that was over to my left. That's the last of the checkpoints. You can see the Junkers is right here flying over the top of it. In just a minute, we're going to head in for the final landing approach on the Junkers and then follow it in for our landing. I hear a lot of radio calls coming from Kalinin, but I don't see a fight or anything going on yet. Alright, let's go patrol in there. I want to make sure we don't get bounced while we're trying to get our support plane in. Okay, you can hear the calls from a returning set of planes. I think that's these guys right up here. Let's climb up the altitude. Oh, no, those are Migs. Okay, never mind. Those are Soviet planes. Let's get into this fight already. I'm in a pretty good position, so I'm going to try and bounce these two guys first before their friend comes in behind me. Alright, they're diving away. I should be able to chase them down. I want this guy bad. Okay, he's going into the sun. He's turning away. And I think I have successfully chased him down. Let's get a couple cannon shots on him. Come on. I know I can do this. It's hard with bad FPS. There we go, he's hit pretty bad. Hit him one more time. And that looks like pilot's gone. Alright, splash one MiG, or lag, or whatever that was. I wasn't really paying attention. I have a hard time identifying those things still. Let's go back into the dogfight. There's nobody on my tail. That seems to be a BF-110? What is that shooting? Kind of confused by the twin engines, but let's get in here. Let's finish this guy off right here. He just shot down one of my teammates. Let's punch the engine. I can turn on the inside of him pretty easily. God, there's no visibility to the rear with the F4. Sorry, with the F2. I usually remove the armor plate, but they locked that for this mission. The removed armor plate just makes it so much easier to see behind you. You can actually see what's on your tail. I don't see anything turning with me. Alright, let's go in for the kill right now. We're going to crank the engine. Turning away on the inside of him. And those are definitely MiG-3s. Come on. Oh, blew off his wing right there. Alright, there's another MiG-3 downed. That guy's going in. Splash with two MiG-3s. Ooh, what do I spy on my nose? That is an injured MiG. Perfect. I wasn't even seeing that guy, and he just crossed right in front of me. FPS are real bad. Alright, here we go. He's doing that negative G bullshit. And that's a 20 mil cannon hit. He's trying to make me overshoot.
by going super slow, but that's not going to happen. Really struggling with the low FPS to get the stick on target. I don't see anybody behind me. Alright, let's go in for the kill. Close the distance real quick. And go after this guy. Ooh. He just caught on fire. Alright. Looks like I must have burst the fuel tank and lit that guy up. Splash 3 Migs. Is he gonna... No. I don't see a shoot. I think he's burning. Ooh! I almost crashed into the Junkers 52 while doing that. Alright, let's see if there's anything else in the sky real quick. How am I on fuel? Still pretty good, but my engine is getting pretty abused. Been up here for a little bit, and this thing doesn't have a ton of combat power. And almost no emergency power. I think like 60 seconds. 30 seconds maybe for the F2 model. Okay, the last two Soviet planes look like they're trying to escape back over the Soviet lines. There's one, there's two, and there's the river that I just crossed to the north side of. So if I go down, I'm going to become a POW, or I have to swim, and I don't know how to swim. So let's try not to go down as we go after these last two MiGs. A little fast, we'll go over the top of him. He's not really... Okay, there he is now, he's reacting. Kind of missed that shot. Let's see if he reverses into me, which he did. Let's go away from him. And then back over the top. And I lost sight of him. Fun. It's one of the other fun things about low FPS dogfighting, is it gets super choppy. Okay, let's just see if he pops up on my tail. I don't see him on my tail. Okay, there's one of them. He's over by the sun. I see where he went. Let's go after that guy again. Alright, that's a friendly BF-109 that just shot down a MiG. That is now the last MiG I'm looking at in the sky. And I am on his tail. He didn't see me till it was too late. In fact, he's not really maneuvering yet, so he might not have seen me yet either. Okay, a little bit more engines. Here's the high turn. And he came out the other side unscathed. Alright, one more time. Really gotta make sure not to overshoot on this guy. He dove away pretty fast, didn't he? Alright, let's chase him down one more time. Oh, wait, that's a BF-109. Crap. Where'd the other guy go? Okay, I can see the smoldering wreck of one of them. I believe that is the MiG that I just lost. So that's probably the last plane in the sky. I don't know if we lost any 109s. I definitely saw Junkers get lit up pretty badly, unfortunately. But we killed 4, so that's pretty good. Alright, let's go land at Milovo. Okay, you can see somebody on the runway currently. So let's go landing towards the river. He's occupying that one runway. I think that's the support plane that we finally got to land. We're at about 320, so landing gear down. Let's get the flaps down right about now. I need a lot of them so as to burn off all the energy that I'm about to get in this dive. I hope that flare is for me. I don't want to get in a cross runway traffic scenario here. And we'll rudder to get on the runway. Oh, look at that landing right there. Oh, come on, stay on the runway. And back on the runway. There we go. Okay, successful patrol. 3 kills. We escorted the Junkers back to base safely. That's what we needed, and I apparently also managed to save some supply trucks by fending off all those fighters. They might have been attacking our planes. So that's a pretty good, successful mission. Damn, you can see one of the Junkers that crashed during the fight. Rest in peace, buddy. Okay, I'm gonna go park this thing, and then we'll get ready for the next sortie, which I believe is gonna be tomorrow morning. It's starting to get late. It's bright and early in the morning, but we expect fairly light activity for our fighters today. Okay, line up the wings. Parking is kind of hard to do in planes because there's no reverse. You got to get it right the first time. Stop. Okay, now which way do I want to swing? Let's swing all the way around to the left. So we're going to ungear. We're going to go left rudder, full brake, and just a little bit of throttle to turn myself around. And not the prettiest parking job, but that's serviceable. I'm going to straighten it out a little bit, and then we'll turn off the engine. Awesome. Thank you guys for watching. Come back next week for the next mission. It's going to be on Friday. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.